Untraditionally Lala is here. We have rebranded the podcast. You've let us inside your home. What does this moment in time mean for you?
It feels strange because I just never thought that I would be here right now, living a very untraditional life. I always looked at people who lived untraditional lives and was very inspired by them, but I certainly didn't think that I would be here one day in this home that I got for myself and my family. Feels pretty amazing.
Why did you decide to make the shift you did and retire Give Them Lala?
Give Them Lala was such a wonderful time in my life. And I had so much fun shoving myself down everyone's throats and just being off the wall. I still enjoy those moments, but it's not who I am any longer, and I don't think I'll ever go back to being that person. And I did sit on it for quite some time. Like, you know, people really took to Give Them Lala. And Untraditionally Lala just felt like it's gonna be me for the long haul, you know? I have a baby via sperm donor. I'm a single mom, but a single mom by choice. I live with my mom and my brother in the household. And the move with iHeart was a no-brainer. I felt very seen by them. And I think that that's hard because anyone who watches Vanderpump Rules knows that I don't always convey myself in the best way, and they just got it. So I was like, oh, this is a perfect fit.
I was given so many choices to still live the life that I so desperately just want to live.
You got emotional in the premiere episode, talking about where you are in your life and accepting the things you didn't get to choose for yourself, embracing the things you did. When you say you didn't get to choose certain things, what were you alluding to?
When I got into a relationship and decided that person was the one and I wanted to start a family with them, I really pictured myself in a cookie cutter household. I didn't pick how that went because I would have picked something very different. And in all of the chaos and dealing with having no choice, I was given so many choices. So Untraditionally Lala is really about taking our lives back because there's so much that we don't get to choose in life. We just roll with the punches. And I want people to zone in on the things that, in all of the things that we go, I really didn't picture life going this way. You have the ability to still choose the life that you want.
So what do the things you have gotten to choose in the last couple of years mean to you?
Oh.
I mean, that includes Sosa.
Yeah, well, she's the biggest choice. Most people don't believe me when I say I'm like the happiest I've ever been because when I say that, I'm sobbing.
Happy tears, though.
Yeah, I can't believe the journey that we took, you know? Me being in a place where I was in the darkest moment of my life thinking like I'm never gonna recover from, you know, this sort of pain. And taking my life back and planting roots of my own on my own terms. And just the thought of, you know, Sosa's been a thought for many, many years. She was so well thought out. And I hope that when we do get to the point, if she's the type of child who has questions, I hope she just knows that I wanted her so badly.
I remember, I think the last time we did kind of a long sit down, you said the one worry I have is one day, will they have questions of why I made the choices that I made to get them here?
Yeah.
Now that she's here, where does that thought process live with you?
I just feel like she's surrounded by so much love. And we're very fortunate that we live in a place like LA. Everyone is very open-minded, right?
Yes.
But it is not lost on me that there's many places that are not like that. I've read the comment section. I'm well aware of the people who say, you know, I'm selfish for not giving her a dad. And I just find that to be so untrue and so offensive and insulting, because the amount of love that she's surrounded by, she's not gonna know any different.
Plenty of people have dads who aren't fathers.
That is absolutely correct. That's what I was trying to prevent.
You've been someone who rebuffs labels as long as I've known you.
Yeah.
But does the label mom feel like that's who you are the most?
I would say so. It's the one label and box that I want to be in, label that I want to wear. It's the proudest thing that I have ever done in my life. My purpose lies within these two kids. And the way I go about things, just the stakes are so much higher. Like, it's me, right? And I have to make sure that I raise two girls who are better than I am, who are kind, smart, who know their worth at all times. Ocean came home the other day and she got a boyfriend.
Oh.
I kissed Cameron on the hand and now he's my boyfriend. What?
And you guys, the next day I pick her up from school. I was like, how's your boyfriend? And she said, we're not together anymore. I said, what happened? It's been less than 24 hours. She said, I changed my mind.
So you're teaching her well.
You make the calls, baby. It is your world. We're all just living in it.
Ocean is now 4.
Yep.
Sosa just turned 1.
Yeah.
What is their dynamic like now that Sosa's becoming a little person and not just a baby blob that's there?
I think when Ocean first met Sosa, she was like, I signed up for this. I think she thought she was just born this age forever. And now that she's like starting to talk and learning how to walk, Ocean's really seeing that, like, oh, this is like my friend. And she's gonna be here forever. It's really sweet to see the dynamic between the two of them. Sosa just looking at Ocean like she hung the moon and is the coolest kid she's ever seen. And Ocean really taking on a level of confidence that only comes through sisterhood, right? Like, she's going and getting the diaper for me. She's helping me make the bottle. It is the sweetest thing, and I'm just soaking up every single moment because it's fleeting. I feel like I'm blinking and time is just gone.
Well, let's reflect on this moment of time then. What in this moment of time is the best part of 4-year-old Ocean, 1-year-old Sosa?
The best part of 1-year-old Sosa is just seeing how she is now engaging with us, right?
Mama.
Mama loves you.
Mama.
How she knows, like, oh, this is mom, this is Gigi. She's like doing the whole reaching thing. It's little moments that only a parent would be like, isn't she brilliant and so cute? It's like, no, just a baby. It's really fun to see her personality. She's the newest of souls. Sosa's never been here, not once.
Okay. Has
Just so you
Ocean
know.
been here before?
Ocean's been here. She's gonna come back, but she's an older soul.
Okay. She's on her
And-
last ride, but she's been on a few
exactly,
times.
where Sosa like looks at things like she has never seen any of this. And Ocean she's like truly my best friend. We get our nails done together. We lay in bed and watch shark attacks. That's her most favorite thing right now, is watching people get attacked by sharks. Should I be concerned? I don't know.
What's your favorite thing about mom?
Feeding her.
Feeding me?
Well, you know what? She said she's not good at doing that herself, so she needs someone to keep her.
Maybe laying in bed together
Yeah.
and watching shark attacks.
Oh yeah, I hear you like Jasmine likes shark attacks.
Yeah.
No, Jasmine does not.
Only
She
Ocean
doesn't?
does.
Do you like watching shark attacks?
Of course.
The attack part, keep an eye on it.
There has to be blood.
Oh, she is your daughter. To go back to your old podcast, your mom and your brother often were on the mic. It became a little bit of a family affair. Are there any plans to have them on this version, or are you gonna be solo piloting Untraditionally Lala?
So the first episode came out and immediately people were sending rage DMs thinking that Easton was like no longer gonna be seen and my mom was never gonna be on the podcast again. they will definitely still be on the mic in your ears because I don't have Untraditional without my mom and my brother
Your
and
pod.
stories. Exactly.
It's tricky to go into business with family. So what has mixing business with these two people you love so much who have also moved here to help you raise your family, how do you navigate those pieces of it?
I just feel like we're so fortunate. We have like a bond that you cannot explain. It's very deep. Some would call us codependent. I think that's a good thing in this case. Just open dialogue and conversations. And when people are, over babysitting and they need a break, like we tap the other person in. It's a lot of work. And you would think we would have explosive arguments on a daily basis. And we only have about one every other month. So I think we're doing great.
I think that's a pretty good score.
Seeing as we're never away from each other. I think that's great.
Well, and I think your premiere episode really set the tone because it's a conversation I think a lot of people wanted to hear for a very long time.
Yeah.
What's more untraditional than the sister-wife bond that I have with Ambyr Childers? Our relationship has remained very private for many years, whether we've been in the lowest of lows or the highest of highs.
What was it like to finally have that? You've had many conversations with her. You call her your sister wife, your co-parent, but to have that conversation in front of the world, what was that like?
I was actually very excited about it. I think for so many years, people have had this version of Lala and Ambyr, and it's always been a versus, right? And it makes sense why people would think that when you think about how our relationship came to be. It's very untraditional. It doesn't make much sense. And the moment that we got to sit down and she was my first guest, it just felt so normal and right. It didn't feel like I was having an out-of-body experience. I struggle tremendously with anxiety. Even if, it's an episode with me and my brother, I just get my nerves. And with Ambyr, it was like, it just felt like I was so in the moment with her and breaking down like how this crazy came to be so just freaking awesome.
The crazy became your normal.
Crazy became my normal.
You call her your co-parent. How do you rely on each other as you navigate? She's ahead of you, so you can get a lot of advice from her on children that share half the genetic code of Ocean.
Right. There's so many times where I look at Ocean and I have to remind myself like, oh, there's another person that contributed to who this person is,
You
right?
have somebody to blame for all the parts that you're like,
Yeah. How convenient, right? I'm like, that doesn't look like me at all. She's just someone where we rely on each other a lot emotionally. And not just when it comes to the person that we, had in common, but whether it's dating or dudes who are, coming into our lives and we're like a little unsure, we run a lot by each other. And I don't have a sister, so it's like a sisterhood for me because I've never had that. And she helps with Ocean a lot. There's so many times where I've said like, I'm running into a dilemma here, and she'll come and get Ocean. And like that to me, because our girls get to see each other, means so much to me. That was my biggest fear when everything happened is I'm like, how often are these kids going to see each other? Because I didn't know what the future held. So the fact that Ambyr and I made sure that connection stayed put, I'm very proud of us both.
It's big because the actual connective tissue isn't involved, so to speak, in that connection. What cracked me up was mistress is still a very hard word for you in that podcast.
Am I a mistress?
What is the definition of a mistress?
The definition of a mistress is having sex with someone who's married.
I was told that they were separated.
Okay.
And that they were going through a divorce, and I remember vividly that it was, it takes a very long time to get divorced in the state of California. I don't freaking know. I'm a 23-year-old trying to get drunk. I just moved from Utah. What a boring conversation. And so I have a hard time with the word mistress because even though if you just call it what it is and what a mistress is, then I have to just own that was me.
But you weren't buying into being a mistress. You did not think you were a mistress.
I did not think I was. And Ambyr, you know, she on the podcast was like, I'm not sure what a mistress is, and so I broke it down for her. And
I feel like she almost put you in a corner of like, explain to me what it is.
yeah, she wanted that, right? And because I love her,
you gave it to her.
I gave it to her.
Who would you like to have similar conversations with? Do you have a list of people you know? Ooh, that would be a deep combo to have.
Oh, I'm dying for Khloe Kardashian.
Oh, podcast
You know?
swap.
Yeah, and obviously everyone loves the Kardashians, right? But I don't follow along with the day-to-day, and I'm not keeping up at all times.
No pun intended.
Exactly. But I do know a little bit about her way of living, and I just find her to be incredibly forgiving and inspiring.
I was gonna say, she's someone who's walked maybe not the same path, but a similar path of dealing with people, having children with them, and it not being the dream you set out to have. And
100%.
seems to have navigated it very well.
I mean, she's handled it beautifully. I don't know how she handles it behind the scenes, but you know, I don't blame her if she loses her mind on every occasion, because I probably would too. But I think I would gain a lot from that conversation.
Second row.
On the romantic front, you remain committed to sex, not monogamy. Do you think that will ever change?
Oh,
And what would it take to change that?
it would have to be a guy who's just like, you know, just makes me feel so happy and safe and secure. You know, at this point, I don't need anybody. You know, I've created life by myself. But I like to say never, and I should know at this stage in the game, I should never say never, because I never thought I would be here, yet here we are. So I don't want to say never, but I have not met anybody who's worth letting stay here past 7 a.m. My kid wakes up at 7, you gotta go.
Does commitment scare you, or is it what is the thing that would prove to you that this guy is that guy?
It would be a feeling of just safety and security. And there were so many things in my past relationship that were red flags that I should have acknowledged. And it's a feeling, right?
Yeah.
They were red flags because my gut was telling me something. I'm gonna know he's the right one when everything he tells me, I don't have a pit in my stomach. Yeah. And he better be freaking hot.
Well, it's hard to fit somebody into a life that's already full.
Absolutely. My priorities lie with my work and my family. And any extra time that I have, I'm going to divide it accordingly. But it's not commitment that scares me. I think it's timing right now. I don't have time to give someone what they need. And if I brought someone in because they were kind and whatnot, you know, I could potentially ruin that and then traumatize them. And I don't want to do that to somebody.
Yeah.
So right now, just the sex.
Right now, you're just giving them Lala.
That's where
Give Them Lala has gone.
I do love that. I love that a lot.